It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Residents say an elderly man killed in a house fire at Mayfield mostly kept to himself. The body of the man was found in the charred remains of his Arthur Street home after fire tore through yesterday afternoon. Neighbours heard an explosion before seeing smoke billowing from the property. The cause is under investigation. Police Inspector Gerard Lawson has told NBN firefighters were told by O callers there was no one inside the burning building.
These circumstances are always confronting for emergency services, particularly the fireys. They come to save lives. And it's always a gut blow when they, find that they've been unsuccessful and someone has passed away.
A Chinese national who killed his estranged girlfriend in Newcastle will be sentenced for her murder today in the Supreme Court. Jae-Yun Wang stabbed 31-year-old Shan Wu with a kitchen knife more than 60 times in February 2013 after he'd found out she'd had an affair. He rang 000 straight afterwards to confess the crime, telling the operator Wu had betrayed him and he lost control. Glendale residents are being reminded dumping on disused land is illegal. Residents have reported illegal dumping on a vacant block in Glendale, which has been unattended for a while. Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says anyone who witnesses illegal dumping should contact council or the police.
And I urge the community, if they encounter this sort of situation in future, to let the council know and the police know. When I first heard about this, when I read about the incident yesterday and the illegal dumping, I wrote to Lake Macquarie City Council.
Authorities are reminding us Newcastle's Memorial Anzac Walk won't be open to the public until after next Friday afternoon's official opening. A few people have already managed to get past the barricades for a sneak peek and have caused some minor damage. Council's expecting large crowds on Anzac Day and is asking people to be patient, especially when trying to find a car park in surrounding streets. Port Stephens residents are being called upon to support community festivities by joining a new subcommittee for Raymond Terrace. While Australia Day has been and gone, Council is already making plans to celebrate next year's National Day to ensure community ownership of the event. Council's Communications Manager Ross Smart is hoping extra community involvement will add new elements to the event.
Going forward, we're looking to retain all the things that worked in the last couple of years, particularly the free rides and amusements for kids, real interactivity with the community sector, so community groups having stalls and that sort of thing. But we think there's possibility to take that further again, and we'd really look to a subcommittee of community members to help us link further and further into the community itself.
Extra bus services will begin operating in Newcastle suburbs from Monday. New South Wales Transport and Infrastructure Minister Andrew Constance says 69 extra buses will run in growing areas like Glendale and Cameron Park to cater for growing demand. The buses were funded in the June state budget. Now with sport, Georgia Moylan.
In the lead-up to Sunday's clash against the Parramatta Eels, Newcastle Knights utility Sione Matautia says he won't be disheartened if he's dropped from the 17-man squad. Coming off consecutive losses, the Red and Blue are preparing to put their best foot forward for the match at Hunter Stadium. Matautia says it's a privilege to play in the top grade.
I'm loving it. Yeah, getting some game time in the top grade is always good, and especially at this age, I can't complain. And I still got to work my way through the team, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the future.
The Newcastle Jets are looking to back up last week's upset win against Melbourne Victory when they take on Sydney FC tonight in their last home game of the season. The win jumped the squad 2 points above Western Sydney on the ladder, and the Jets are hoping tonight's match might end the season on a high note. And in greyhound racing, Maitland trainer Jeff Eaton's Le Grand Logie is set to compete in Group 2 of the Maitland Cup finals tonight, chasing down the $40,000 winning prize. That's sport. I'm Georgia Moylan.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 7.